Forex bought me this Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra, and I can say I am very amazed. This tablet is so huge, even bigger than my PC. This is the unboxing video of the Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra. This tablet cost 2.2 million naira, and this was the first thing I did when I unboxed it. So I decided to gift myself with this Samsung Galaxy Tab S9 Ultra as a job well done after a successful trading week. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you what trade I took and how you can possibly trade like me so you can make money and so you can one day afford something like this. One thing about my strategy is that I like to keep things as simple as possible. I don't like to complicate things like other traders, right? So I'm a New York trader. I like to trade the New York session only. So one thing I want to see is, first of all, I want to identify the trend of the market. Are we in an uptrend or are we in a downtrend? Secondly, I want to identify a break of structure, let's say in the 1 hour time frame, and then I want to see a form of consolidation. Let's say, for instance, we are going to the upside, right? This is the 1 hour time frame, and now we've broken structure to the upside in the 1 hour time frame. I want to see a correctional move back to the downside and then an impulsive move to the upside. But then before that impulsive move is going to happen, I'll switch to the 15 minutes time frame. I want to see a form of consolidation in the London session, right? London session should be consolidating. Remember, we are targeting buys, for instance, right? Now the London session should be consolidating like this, and then let's say 15 minutes to the New York session, or let's say 15 minutes after or 30 minutes after the New York session, I want to see price come down and take out all the liquidity it has been accumulating at the bottom right here. Take all the liquidity out. After taking out that liquidity, almost immediately I want to see a candle closure back inside the range again, right? I don't want to see two candles closing below this zone, right? I want to see just one candle closing below and then the other candle coming back up to close. That's a sweep of liquidity. After I see something like that, I want to see a third candle confirmation going to the upside, remaining back inside this range, either breaking structure to the upside and closing, or it must remain back inside this range. Let's say, for instance, we are remaining back inside the range. Now the candle that initiated that sweep to the downside, is most likely going to be a red candle because we are sweeping liquidity. So the opening of that candle is called our order block candle, right? That's a bullish order block. So I want to see a retrace of that order block candle. That's where I'm going to start entering, right? After that retrace of that order block candle, I want to start buying to the upside, and that's how I take my trade. As easy as that. For gold, I'm going to be risking 40 pips all the time. I'm going to be risking 40 pips to make 120 pips, and then trust me, the win rate is insane, right? The win rate of this trade is insane. I give this signal out in my premium signal group. I have a premium signal group. If you want to join that out, click the link in the description to join the premium signal group so you can be receiving signals like this. As you can see, this is the first trade, right? On a Tuesday, I don't trade Monday, so I trade Tuesday. You can see the first trade right here, a win, second trade a win, and third trade a win. And we're going to be analyzing how I took this trade right here. So you can see, if you look back in time, you see that gold has been in an uptrend, right? We've been continuously breaking structure to the upside, which is what we want to be seeing in an uptrend. Now, how was I able to take this trade? Now, this is the 1 hour time frame, and for what I'm seeing, we've done this correction move to the downside after breaking a major structure to the upside. We've done this correctional move to fill in maybe a fair value gap right here, and now we are struggling to break to the upside. But then my bet is still for a buy, right? My bet is still for a buy, because if you look at these two candles right here, you can see that price is rejecting the downside. It's rejected with this first candle, and then it's rejecting again with this second candle. You can see the first rejection and then the second rejection. So basically, we are in an uptrend. I'm seeing rejection to the upside. My mind is already looking for buys, right? So if I switch to the 15 minutes time frame, I want to be seeing consolidation right there. I want to be seeing consolidation, right? That was the first thing I said I want to be seeing in the 15 minutes time frame. So now this is actually the consolidation I'm looking for, right? And also this is the consolidation right here. And then I said I want to see a sweep of liquidity. That's this red candle coming down to close below this liquidity zone right here. Liquidity that has been gathered in this consolidation phase right here, and then almost immediately a candle closure back inside the zone. Like I said, first candle sweeping liquidity, second candle going back inside the zone to close, right? So this is what I'm going to be looking for, right? This is my A+ setup. Then after that, I told you I want to see another candle remaining back inside this range, right? This is the range right here. This is the consolidation I'm talking about right here, right? And this consolidation is always going to happen in the London session towards the New York session. So price is going to be consolidating, sweep the liquidity, and then close back inside this range. And then the next thing, I want to see another candle remaining back inside that range to be sure that yes, we are going up. And that's what I saw right here. So for now, we are not in the trade yet. We are still relaxing. We are not in the trade yet. What made us took this trade is that I told you that this candle that swept the sell side liquidity, this red candle that swept sell side liquidity, is going to be our other block candle. So we want to see another candle retracing, because I want to see two candle closing back. This is the first candle closing back inside the range, the second candle closing back inside the range. Now I want to see a third candle coming down to this other block candle. That's what is going to make me take this trade, and this is what happened right here. This was what made me took this trade, and the trade was sent out to my Telegram signal, as you can see in the screen right there. And after this happened, it was all profit till the end. You can see right there, after price gave us this sweep, it came back inside the zone with the first candle, another candle confirming that we are inside the zone again. I want to see another candle coming back down to this other block candle, and that was what happened right there. We took this trade, and then that was how we were able to take this win on Tuesday. Now let's see how we're able to take the next trade, which was for Wednesday. All right, this is the trade we took for Wednesday, and I told you guys I want to see a break of structure to the upside, and this is the break of structure. We are in an uptrend. Price has broken structure to the upside. Price is giving us this correctional move to the downside, and we are anticipating another impulsive move to the upside. But then before that impulsive move is going to happen, we first have to switch to the 15 minutes time frame from the 1 hour time frame. All right, so we identify our break of structure in the 1 hour. Now we are in the 15 minutes, right? So what I'm seeing right here in the 15 minutes is what we are seeing: consolidation right here. We are seeing consolidation. Price is consolidating around this correctional move to the downside. Now we want to see a sweep of this consolidation. You can see price consolidating. I want to see a sweep, and this candle did what? This candle came down to sweep the liquidity below this consolidation phase, and then almost immediately the next candle closing back inside the zone. I told you that's what I'm just looking for: a sweep, and then the next candle closing back inside the zone, right? So price swept this liquidity, closed back inside the zone, another candle closing back inside this range right here to confirm that yes, we just swept liquidity. And then I want to see a candle coming down to mitigate this other block right here, right? I want to see a candle coming back down to this other block that swept sell side liquidity, right? And that was what we used in taking this trade. You can see another candle going to the top side, and that was how we're able to take this trade right here. You can see it right here. Price came down to this other block, and you see how it's rejected to the upside, and after that we're just taking wins, right? So that was basically how we took this trade right here. This was how we took this trade right here. It was as easy as that, right? First of all, you see the break of structure in your 1 hour time frame. You will be expecting the consolidation move after price is done with the correction. You know, after a break of structure, right? After a break of structure, price is going to correct to the downside before impulsing to the upside again, right? So this is our correction to the downside, but then price is not just going to start impulsing to the upside after it's done with that correction. It has to consolidate, or then it doesn't really need to consolidate, but then I want to see a consolidation, a form of consolidation, and that's what I'm seeing right here. And after that, few minutes to New York session or minutes after New York session, I want to see a sweep of liquidity. Price is going to sweep this liquidity. Now, why is price sweeping liquidity? Price is sweeping this liquidity because it wants to start going higher, and it's not just going to start going higher except it has taken out the stop loss of all the traders that are going long, and also trigger the sell stop order of all the traders that want to go short. So you can see that the market is hitting the stop loss of all the traders who are longing from this position, and also triggering the sell stop orders from the traders who want to be selling from this point right here, thereby giving losses to buyers and sellers, right? But no, we are smart. We are not going to enter this trade yet. We are going to wait for our setup to play out, and our setup is sweeping this liquidity. A candle close back inside the zone after sweep of liquidity, another candle confirming that yes, we are inside the zone, and then a mitigation of this other block. And that is how I'm always taking my trades, as easy as that. Now let's look at the third trade and how we're able to make profits from that third trade. I told you guys, the first thing we look out for is a break of structure, and we have a break of structure right here. We are in an uptrend. We see a break of structure. We are seeing the correctional move to the downside. We have a fair value gap that price is respecting right here. You can see that price came down. It almost disrespected this fair value gap, but overall it went back up into this fair value gap zone to close. Let's look at another candle. You can see that what's happening right here. Price is rejecting this bottom twice, right? So now let's switch to the 15 minutes time frame, and let's see how we're able to take this trade. Price is in this fair value gap zone, although if you are looking at the 15 minutes alone, you would think that price has disrespected this fair value gap, but then in the 1 hour we saw that price came back up to close in the fair value gap zone twice. So which means that yes, we are meant to be buying. That means price is reacting to this fair value gap. It's just going down in the lower time frame to trick traders that is going to be going lower, but then we are going higher actually. So now you see what I'm talking about. We have consolidation right here. Price is consolidating. It might not be clear in the 15 minutes time frame. Might not be clear in the 15 minutes time frame, but then if you switch to other time frame, you see that this consolidation is kind of clear. So price is looking like a consolidation, and then price did what? Few minutes to New York session, price came down to sweep the sell side liquidity and then go back up to close immediately, right? So this is what we want to be looking for. After we see this, we want to see another candle closing back inside the zone after this liquidity sweep have been confirmed, and that's it right here, this red candle right here. This hammer candle, which signifies that buyers are more active in the market than sellers. Now, we want to wait for price to do. We want to wait for price to come down to this other block zone. That is the red candle that swept sell side liquidity before we start entering our trade. I always like to leave a little bit of room so that price is not going to ignore our entry, and that's how we're able to take this trade. Price came down back into this other block zone, and see what happened after price came into this other block zone. We're able to take this trade, and I sent out this trade to my premium signal group, right? I always send out my trade to my premium signal groups where I have my mentees and members who pay for my premium signals, right? So that's how we're able to take 3 winning trades for the week. It was a very successful week. My members, they benefited. I benefited a lot. I actually decided to gift myself a new mic, which is it right here, and a tablet that I'm going to be using for my analysis, right? If you like my analysis and you want to join my premium signal group, the link is in the description once again. And also, if you like the way I trade and you want to learn to trade the way I trade, send me a DM to join my mentorship. There's also a link in the description to send me a DM, right? So make sure you backtest this strategy. I just decided to share you guys my strategy for free. Make sure you backtest it, and if it works for you, do fine to make money with it. And also tell me how this mic sounds, right? Peace, everyone.